So I'm looking out and all I'm seeing are puppies. So about 10 years ago, I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Niger, West Africa. And I started to feel really weak and really tired all the time. And I realized that as a vegetarian, I wasn't getting the nutrients that I needed to thrive in my small African village. And so I turned to some of the women in my health center and I said, what can I eat that will make me feel better? And they pulled these leaves off a tree and handed them to me and said, here, eat this. This will make you feel better. I had never heard of moringa. I had never thought to eat tree leaves, but I trusted these women, and so I started eating it in this snack they gave me called kuli kuli. And lo and behold, it made me feel better. So next time I got some internet, I started to do research, and I was like, wow, this tree grows all over the tropics. It actually thrives in hot, dry places. It's known as an ancient green. It's a medicinal plant all over the world. It's got some great science behind it in the Western world as well. And it's arguably one of the most nutrient-dense plants on the planet. So gram for gram, it has more protein than yogurt, more vitamin A than carrots, more potassium than bananas, more calcium than milk, and more vitamin C than oranges. So I was sitting there in Niger, one of the most malnourished countries in the world, treating malnourished babies every day at this health center, and wondering why the heck nobody was eating this plant. And so I started to ask some questions. And what I learned was that moringa's essentially the kale of 10 years ago. It's this bitter green backyard weed, nobody was paying attention to it. And so I started asking what would make the women in my village grow moringa. And they said, quite simply, what any farmer anywhere will say, well, if you help us sell it, we'll grow it. And if we grow it, we'll eat more of it. So at age 22, I set out to create a market for moringa. So we started off with moringa bars, quickly launched a moringa powder that we found people were enjoying in smoothies, even savory dishes like pestos and hummus. More recently, we would launch these function-forward energy shots. So we found that moringa has this incredible energy properties that made so many of our consumers feel more energized without caffeine. We've even started to add it and sell it as an ingredient. So we partnered up with Kellogg's on the retail side and Griffith Foods on the commercial side to commercialize it as an ingredient and get it into grocery stores nationwide. So we found there's some incredible momentum behind this ingredient. We're still in the inception stage, but we've had over 300% growth in the moringa market. Thank you. And we're quickly on our way to becoming the next quinoa and soon the next kale. The cool thing about moringa, and that I'm hoping you all will follow this study, is that when most people learn about it, they want to try it. What is this super green that can give me so much energy, so many vitamins, all packed in one? And so we're now sold in 11,000 stores across the US. And most importantly, through our supply chain, we've been able to support over 2,000 women and family farmers. We've planted over 12 million moringa trees. Thank you. And put over $4 million back into the hands of rural farmers, primarily African women. So, thank you.